was treated with tremendous respect. It is opened periodically, but a member of the Romaine family who's still living here in Brooklyn has to be present whenever it's opened. During the 19th century, I think Brooklyn, of course, was a very strong abolitionist town, even though every New York, city of New York and city of Brooklyn, they were both deeply implicated in the slave trade in one way or another. So there were many issues in both cities around the Civil War. But Brooklyn, unlike New York, was much more strongly abolitionist and sent major regiments down to the battles. I think the identity of Brooklyn as a place really was carved in the era of the Civil War. On July 4th every year, there would be celebrations. This is where Brooklynites came for fireworks and for the city of Brooklyn's July 4th celebrations. That was why Whitman wrote that poem. It was written when he was editor of the Brooklyn Eagle. He wrote that poem to celebrate the martyrs. And we have another verse, so why don't we hear from, because it's just so marvelous to listen to you.
Well, one of the things I wanted to point out is that in the poem itself, he says the white holy bones. And if you wanted to replace the word white, it would be bleached because the bones were washing up from the shore. So I just thought I'd like to point that out. Say, sons of Long Island, in legend or song, keep ye aught of its record, that day dark and cheerless, that cruel of days, when hope weak, the foe strong, was seen the serene one, still faithful, still fearless, defending the worth of the sanctified earth. We are standing on now, below the slope of its girth, where the martyrs were buried, nor prayers, tears, or stones mark their crumbled in coffins, their white holy bones.
Okay.
200.
Yes, this is his 200th birthday year. Where do we go from here? We're going to go down. We're not in Wallabout, by the way. Wallabout, as an area, is technically bounded by Flushing Avenue, which is the south side of the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and then the spine of it is Park Avenue, which is the elevated BQE now, and then the south border is Myrtle Avenue, which runs right here along the park. So we're going to go down across Myrtle Avenue into what's today the Ingersoll and Withman houses, but was originally built as the Fort Greene houses, and talk about the history of those houses and the area around there, actually some of it back all the way to the Canarsie Indians. When we get over there, we're going to cross down to Myrtle Avenue through the rest of the park. There was a couple of renovations of the park that were done. One in 1916 that put a wall down at the far end of the park at St. Edward's Place, and another in the 60s that put these large mounds into the area. There is a grant now and a proposal from the Parks Department to reopen the vista so that you would reopen all the way to Myrtle Avenue and be able, this is what the plan looks like, to trim the trees, remove the trees that are all the way at the far end, and reopen the vista the way it was in 1908. It would look like this. So if you sort of can compare hopefully that will take place because the mounds are kind of in the way, and the area around them is very deteriorated. So when we go down, and you're going to follow me down now, watch your step because the pavement is in very poor condition. No one seems to know the answer to that. Well, to be honest with you, I think that they had an idea that this could be seating and that you could put on plays on the mounds. You see the way that's like done like a stage, but it's never used that way. So